Hello everyone, welcome to another H4RL career podcast. I'm Dave, and as you can see, my wife and co-host Jill is not with me today. She's actually down sick right now, so I'm going to have to be flying solo today. Hopefully you don't mind too much, but I want to get this out there for you guys, so we can, make sure you guys stay up to date with what we're doing here. So we're going to be talking about careers that make an impact. We're going to continue on with that series, the careers that make a difference. And so today we're going to be talking about a career that basically helps not only people, but also the environment. It's a really awesome career that we kind of found out there. But before we do that, if you find this interesting at all, please go ahead and give us a thumbs up, subscribe, give us 5 stars, ring the bell, tell other people about it. It really helps us. We're really trying to get out there. We are a new company. So now I get that out of the way, let's jump into this. Today we're going to be talking about a company that we actually found. It's actually a non-profit, not really a company, a non-profit called Eden Reforestation Project. Now I found this particular company when I was actually out there looking to try to find a company I can kind of donate to that actually will help offset my carbon footprint. And so basically when I go take trips and stuff like that, I use gas and flying airplanes, driving cars, just want to see if there's some place out there that I could actually give money to that kind of help, plants trees or something like that to kind of offset my carbon footprint. I found this company doing that. Again, it's called Eden Reforestation Projects. The website is actually edenprojects.org. Please look it up. It's pretty awesome. I have no affiliation with them other than I do donate to them sometimes. So what they do is they actually go out and they work with people in like poor areas of the world. Okay, we're talking about in places in like Haiti, Nepal, Kenya. Let's see, there's a whole Madagascar, a whole group of countries I might list later on. And what they do is they actually go in and they hire the local villagers areas to plant trees. Now, a lot of these areas are in coastal areas. Not all of them, but a lot of them are in coastal areas. And they basically, the people have over time have basically cut down the wood to make things out of, or try to sell the wood to make money because they're poor and in poverty. What that has done is basically destroy their entire environment, basically called soil erosion. It's caused a lot of the animals to leave the areas. This is the birds and the animals, so they don't have things to hunt and eat anymore. So it's actually really devastated them from like a economic standpoint. So what they've done is they've actually taught them how to plant trees, how to take care of the trees, how to protect the trees, and they set aside a certain amount of those trees to harvest for their firewood and to sell as well as they teach them the right type of plants to give them food and produce, and then the animals come back and they can hunt the animals, pay them a very good livable wage. So they're also making money off of this as well, and they're able to take that money and provide for their families. And because they start to realize what it was like not to have the trees and the animals and everything leaving and how much it devastated them, they don't really repeat that process anymore. Matter of fact, they become very protective of those trees, of anybody else who might try to come in and do that. So one, it actually helps the environment, their local environment, the world environment, because you're planting trees. I'm talking about just not a little bit of trees. These people have planted over 960 million trees since they've been around, and have employed more than 13,000 local villagers and stuff like that to do this. Now, they're based out of the United States, but it's not like they send a bunch of people from the United States over there to do that. That's even the better part. The whole structure, even the people that actually organize it on the ground, they hire local people to help organize the on the ground, on the boots to do these projects. It's not just a one-time deal. Now, they are a nonprofit, so they have to go out and get money from other organizations, such as other companies and maybe even government sometimes will donate to them. I'm not sure who all donates to them. But they get this money and then they go out and they then start these projects. And they try to look at special projects in each of the different countries. Just to kind of give you a rundown off their website, they have projects listed on the website from Madagascar, Mozambique, Kenya, Ethiopia, Nepal, Indonesia, Philippines, Haiti, Central America, Brazil, and they talk about how many employees they have in each one, mostly local. Now they do have a presence in the United States, but the people here are more like the corporate. They have to have people who do fundraising for them. So all nonprofits, by the way, have a major fundraising part because they're nonprofits, so they usually don't have products they sell to make money. They do other things. So fundraising is a huge part of this. So if you are good at communications, by the way, talking to people, not really salesmen, even marketing side of things, they even need like IT and communications people, These are jobs that you could get hired in at a company like this that does this type of work. Now, what if you say, I love their mission, Dave. I love the idea that they're planting trees, helping the environment, right? Taking carbon out of the air, giving these people a livable wage, helping them get out of poverty. It all sounds great, but I don't really want to do fundraising and stuff like that. Well, the way I found out about this company was actually through another company called tintree.com. They actually make clothing, sustainable clothing, and then they give a portion of their profits that they make to Eden Reforestation Project. So that's how I found out about them. And so they actually have a calculator on the tintree.com website that tells you like how much, based off like your travels or anything else like that, like how much carbon you put into the air, and then how many trees you could buy to help offset that. So that's actually how I started figuring out how many trees and stuff like I would need to buy to offset my travel costs, which makes you feel even better about the future as well, giving back into the future. So I actually highly recommend you go visit both websites. I think they're both great and quite interesting. If this sounds at all like, intrigues you at all, look more into it. So if you didn't want to do all the fundraising and work directly for the company, you could start your own company and sell a product and basically give a portion of your profits to these type of organizations that you want to. That's actually a really awesome thing. It wouldn't have to just be this one particular area. You could give it to other ones. By the way, we're going to be highlighting other companies / careers that are making a difference in the future. By the way, the man who started this, you can learn about this all on their website. By the way, they have videos talking about their careers and basically how they got into this. He was a missionary at first. He was working in Africa doing more of your basic like healthcare type of missionary type of work with hospitals and local villagers with food and nutrition. But he did such a good job that said, hey, we had this problem in another part of the country, I think it was Ethiopia, that he was working in, with this whole big area was deforested, and basically these people they had mudslides and landslides, and like, would you be able to basically help us come in and manage this reforestation project to help grow the trees back to basically keep the mudslides from taking out these villages? And so he basically was a very good project manager is really what he is. He came out to be a very good project manager. So he went in there, he organized the areas and the companies that were involved with all that, and he was able to start take over that project and was very successful with it. Well, then he got ideas like, well, there's a lot of other areas that have the same type of impact because, again, when there's no plants and trees around, the soil gets real loose and you're very prone to mudslides or, soil erosion, which is very devastating for the local communities. So he then started growing that. It's kind of how he started this whole project. And so, anyway, a little background on how that got it started. If you had an idea, like, you know what? You find out, do a little bit of research yourself and find, hey, there is this problem like he did, like there's poverty and these people who have nothing, but because basically they had to cut down all the trees and stuff, how can we help them get out of poverty, but also make an impact on the environment? And he kind of found a way to marry those two. And I thought that was just brilliant, honestly. So, love their mission. I love what they do. I would love to be able to interview them someday. I don't know if they'll come on our podcast or get a chance to talk to them, but if you happen to know them, if they happen to hear about this, please contact us because I would love to just sit down and interview you and someone at that company to talk about more about it. Anyway, so if you, by the way, or who are listening to this, have questions about what you want to do in the future, you are interested in trying to figure out what you want to do as a career, check out our website, h4rl.com. We basically have a career course on there that we can help walk you through it. Come on, right now, we have a free trial going on. You can try for free to see what it looks like inside, see if it's for you. The great thing about our career course is basically you can work on it on your own time, on your own schedule, because we all know we're all busy these days. But we also offer the live aspect. When you get stuck, you have questions, you can also talk to us in the online forums. You can send us a quick little IM. You can get a hold of myself or my wife, and we can respond right back to you. So you get the best of both worlds. You get the live personal contact plus our live Q&As once a month. But you can talk to us, contact us, and work out your own schedule. We'll help you try to figure out, is this maybe the right fit for you based off your own strengths, your own interests, and other types of characteristics that make you very unique, or maybe you might be fitted to doing something else. But anyway, check us out. We'd love to see you there. Also, if you have any ideas of any type of careers you want us to look into, we'd love to hear from you guys. Or if you have any questions about this, leave it in the comments below, please. We'll read them. We'll get back with you. We'd love to have that feedback. Or you can also visit us on our site under h4rl.com. Go to contacts, send us an email.
ask us your questions, and we'll get back and we'll try to answer on our next podcast. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Hopefully Joe might be back by the next one, or maybe not. Maybe I'll do another one by myself. But hopefully it wasn't too bad for you guys. Anyway, if you liked it, give us a thumbs up. Tell people about it. Until then, see you guys. Bye.